Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It's last but not the least, the fifth day of the series, Reset Your Your Mindset. Yes, it's a Friday, it's the weekend. I'm in a party mood. What about you? And it's not about just the weekend. The idea is we've embarked upon a new journey, a new road towards a new destination. Our big picture. It's gonna be rocky, it's gonna be bumpy, but I'm sure we are equipped enough and motivated to reach our goals no matter what, starting from today, right here, right now. So before I turn off the music, let me ask you guys, are you ready? If yes, go ahead and type in the chat box ready right now. Amazing. Since you guys are ready, we are well equipped and ready as well to hit the show, to get set and go. Welcome back, and here we are to start another innings. Yes, it's the day five, and we are talking about starting a new innings. So, what is it all about, my dear friends? Well, we've learned a lot about what we really need to do in terms of resetting our mindset. Why should we do it now? How important is it for us to look at the big picture, how we really visualize it, draft our daily diary? But today, we are going to get our hands dirty. We are going to get into action. And it's quite obvious why I'm talking about action, because we have our young and energetic action coach, Harish Mehta ji, with us. And both of us warmly welcome each one of you, all of you, the dedicated and the committed ones who've stayed with us all these days. We started from around 25, but we are close to the double digit, still participating, still playing full out, because you guys really want to make your own destiny. And let's hear it out from someone who's really willing to share what they went through with their journey last night when I asked each one of you to share with us not just what you plan to eliminate from your life, but what you have really eradicated in the last 4 days. Even if it is just one thing off your list, well, well begun is half done. So let's hear it from Mr. Ashish Best, what he's eradicated from his list, the garbage from the mind, and how far he's progressed in his journey. Over to you.
As we had a discussion yesterday, I the people that who I wanted to stay off. So right now I went through my contact list, and there were quite a few people with whom I am not in touch. They are just there in my contact list, so that I have eradicated, and that was quite a few. I mean, it was close to around 30-40 numbers, and
Awesome.
there were some people, of course I'm not in touch, but they are still with me in the bank, so for my official purpose I may require to contact them. So till I'm there in the service of the bank, I think I should have their numbers in case I require some official work. But yes, after that probably I'll delete some more. And of course the changes that have come, as I said yesterday also, that my time that I spend on TV and on mobile has come down drastically. And even when I have to watch news or something, I just watch just before having lunch, or maybe immediately after lunch, whatever I can, so that my the productive period is not affected. And
Wonderful.
yeah, and I'm looking forward to learnings today as well. So it has been quite a fruitful 4 days, and I think the slog overs are the overs where we get maximum runs. So today is the that slog over. So I think there will be lots of learning today. I'm looking forward to it.
So, well, who
So
knows it
let
better
me
than
let
we?
me now intervene.
Yeah,
Ashish, I heard you right.
yeah.
Do you know how many numbers are there on your phone book?
Now, how many numbers I did not count, but there
So
are.
step one,
Huh,
you need to know your inventory. Each one of you listen to me how the journey starts. You have an inventory of people in your life, right? And they're all stored in your telephone book, in your email ID pad, and in your physical book address book, right? Now, here I am making 2 points which you remember for life. You made a decision, right? Now, the process has to be perfect. Agree?
agreed.
So, in the plan, what is the first thing that comes in? What is my inventory? What is my stock in hand? If you open your Almira, you will see 50 shirts, 30 trousers, t-shirts, shorts, and whatever else, right? And you see colors, you see designs, you see stripes, you see whatever else you see. So, why I am sharing with you a process? A process has to be followed to reach your Mount Everest. You can't move ahead unless you have planned it out. So remember, what is your inventory? 2,292, right? I'm just taking a figure. Now, 2,292, how does it start from? I mentioned yesterday, I repeat again. Alphabetical order, right? A to Z, right? When you start from A, I asked you to do three things. I'm repeating for your benefit so that when I catch you next week, there's a special bonus session for only those who stay till the evening 9:30. One. That's a gift. I want to track your movement. Do you know tracking your movement? That's a bonus. I'm the guy who's not going to leave you for life. Remember this. And wherever you speak, you will be reminded of me. Harish sir reminded us of this, this. Because when I enter, I stay there. I don't go out. So, Ashish, first thing first, inventory is, what is my inventory? You are a banker, you know what is inventory, right?
Yeah.
Each one of us knows his inventory, right? In terms of his number of people in his address book, both in physical form as well as in digital form. And along with that, you have an email ID, right? Name, phone number, email ID is the basic. You may have address also, that is part addition to that, right? So what do you need to do? A, you made a decision, right? Do I need this man in my life for the next 30, 40, 50 years that I live? Or I need to put him on the waiting list or drop him immediately? How easy is this decision?
Yeah, it's easy.
It's easy, no? So I showed you the process, right? At the end of the day, day one, you will get a new inventory, right?
Yeah.
A, 200 people, removed 45, will decide about 80, and this is what I keep. Do you know what are you doing here? Certainty. I need him or I don't need him. You just mentioned, no? They are in the bank, I might need him. If you need him, you'll get him. You will attract the person every single day. Ashish, I will teach you the law of attraction. How do you attract more of what you want and less of what you don't want? Do you know you can become a legend provided you work harder on yourself than you did on your job? Because this knowledge, this information, you are going to retain, absorb, and then share. And this is not ordinary, remember. I vouch for it. I have committed my 9 years into this. And I haven't gone back to my bankers and said, sir, mujhe business do. On the contrary, they have been sharing with the world. We have a Robin Sharma from our team. His name is Harish Mehta. I'm so proud to hear that. You earn this thing, remember. The moment you leave on the 31st of May or whichever is your last date, keep those flowers safe, which you get on your farewell day. If at all they give you, or they give you a virtual send-off, or they don't give you a send-off, expectations kill joy. Let go. You have to start your journey. And I am sharing this again and again because I am going to share in all my further sessions how I made you travel the path. Find the road that you had chosen and keep moving ahead. And remember, this is a process. A company runs on processes, an individual runs on processes, the world runs on process. System and process is the key. Keep this in mind. You cannot say, I don't follow the system. If you don't follow the system, who do you follow? Your whims and fancies? So it's important to understand process, system. And they've been created by some great people in the world. So now, I made you, first of all, either you restore factory settings, remove all the numbers. That's the best decision in life. Then keep putting those people whom you want in life. Since you have not chosen that process, because you say, I'll become zero. I don't know. People who are in the hospital today don't know whether they'll come out of the hospital or not. You see the difference today. It's the way you think. So if you put the button restore factory settings, what's going to happen? You're going to input it again. And now with this knowledge, you will only input that who you want. Ashish, you have got 6 striped shirts in black. You will not buy a new one because you have your inventory. You are taking stock of your self today. Who am I? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In terms of personal, health, relationship, job, money, and social, and those 6 areas of life. Got it? In my personal, what do I need to discard? What do I need to retain? Very, very simple. The moment you start doing that for every action, that decision of yours, life is going to be easy. Because you're going to leave the ding dong. Should I not? हो सकता है कल ये याद आ जाए, किसी काम आ जाए. अगर काम आ जाएगा तो याद भी आ जाएगा. If I have to contact Colonel Venue, I'll find out from my sources. Give me Colonel Venue in the next 3 minutes and I'll get it. Do you see where am I coming from? Here I am cleaning this cobweb. I am cleaning this area so that A, you see the big picture. B, you can create a new life. C, you have abundance because you are creating. D, you are taking ownership of your success. And in this process, you are creating 6 new beautiful habits. And finally, when you're equipped with all this, remember today's date. What is today's date, Ashish?
23rd. 23rd.
23rd of
April 2021.
90 days from now. I will record an interview with you. Sandeep, remember the 90th day from today. I will record an interview from most of you people today and ask you, how much did you move? And you will share with me the truth. You will share with me the truth. Today, I remembered a lady. She was with me in the Les Brown program in 2017 October. He says, Harish, why do you write my name on every post? I said, I'm reminded of the day I met you and we had lunch together. And today, I wish to speak on your platform in USA. Because you keep coming in my life. So she said, what is it? Should I say hello to you or thank you? Her name is Iris Alistar. She's doing a 6-figure income coaching for people. So when you attract somebody, what's happening? You are giving attention. Write these 3 words: attention, focus, and energy. 3 powerful words. Attention, focus, and energy. When all these 3 go, magic happens. So today, Ashish will write down, before 12 in the night, I will remove 50 people from ABCD. What did you do? You set a goal. I'll share with you a video which I got from Brad Sugars today, and I've shared with General Bell. He will love it. Goals, I will share because I get all these things from my gurus. Yes, sir, you're sharing.
It's an amazing video. I think everybody should watch it.
I will share it. I will share it. Sir, I am blessed that God has gifted me these gurus, and I do not hesitate to share.
We are fortunate we have you around.
I love that. Marshall Goldsmith gives you a gift every week, twice. Brad Sugar gives me every day. Bob Proctor gives me every day. Les Brown wants me to participate in his program. Just imagine the wealth of knowledge. Why should I invest my time elsewhere? And then my job is to teach you people, educate you people, and share that knowledge. So, Ashish, do you understand the process?
Yeah.
It has to be a process-driven exercise. And when you write on the wall, within the next 15 days, I will remove my telephone diary. I will remove my email diary. So what are you doing? The moment you remove that, they're out of your life. Remember. And you already chosen, good people will stay. You remember the key word? If you want to be a quality person, you have to only look at only quality people. And today is the last time you're getting this information on only quality people. Because me and Sandeep are going to create a Facebook page. By Monday, only quality people in our, where we will share information. We will interview them, we'll speak to them, we'll get into their minds and help them achieve success, success, success. I was just sharing before I joined the session. I know a person he said, I've joined CII. I'm giving them some message. I said, are you making money? He didn't respond. Don't invest your time and energy if you are not having financial freedom. Like this word, financial freedom. I get my 500,000 every month on the first auto. You got it? From my investments, from my savings, from whatever. I don't have to ask somebody that I need to write my bill for all my household expenses. So how do you become abundant? Make that quality time, quality money so that you can give it to people. Unless you have a goal, you know how much this Brad Sugar is worth? My guru, $400 million. And I met him in 2012. And if we see, I'll show you his video of his home in Las Vegas. It is bigger than a palace. So he met me on the first day of my training program in life. And he said, Harish, I'll make you $1 million coach. Just imagine that word coming. So what am I trying to give you here? Each one of you listening to me, please, please, please decide where you want to invest your time every single day. Are you surrounded by quality people? Are you surrounded by people who share knowledge, wisdom? Yeah, I know every day counts. Gary John Blair gives me something on the 100-day challenge. Every day counts. And I invest almost $2,000 a month on these learnings every month. That's why I say I challenge everybody. So knowledge has to keep coming. You can't stop. And behaviors have to change. All those people who are listening to me, Ganesh, Bhakti, Vinita, Shrikant, Ratanji, Amol, Suhas, Gupta ji, and all of you. Behaviors have to change. You can't continue the same behavior and live the same life and with the same people. You will deteriorate. Very important. You have to progress in life. You have to keep moving ahead. You can't go back. And that's why we said the first thing in your life is see the big picture. Dream big. Sandeep, remind me, I'll share that video with you and you share it with everybody on the mail. When Brad says, how do you write your dream down? This man is in my life from 2012. You can imagine, I've been to his city, Las Vegas, and his home 7 times in my last 9 visits. I'm so proud to share. And he started learning at the age of 9. He's got a great story. And Jim Rohn changed his life when he attended a seminar with Jim Rohn at the age of 17. And today, we are almost 1,200 people in 89 countries worldwide as action coaches. I'm so proud. So, it all has to start somewhere. So again, coming to the basic point, it is in your moments of decision to design your destiny, to change the way you live your life from now to today. If you continue to live the same, you will become worse. And today you have a choice. We've given you some learnings. It's very, very important for each one of you to decide, do you want to continue the same life? I want each one of you to type on the chat box, or you want a new life. Write new. And for new, just show up. Write new life you want. I will share with you what I have in mind for these people who are with me in the first batch. Sandeep, you have got the names of all the people who are there in the first batch, right?
Absolutely.
And we will change their lives. It's my duty to hold your hand, to pat your back, and if required, give you a on the
Kick on the
bum,
backside.
on the bum, where it hurts. Yes. If you are not going to learn, and I'm not going to leave you, there has to be some common way. I know it. Because I didn't learn at your age, doesn't mean you don't need to learn it your age today. This is knowledge, and knowledge is learning, and learning is earning more in life. Ashish, just look at it. If you stand in front of some new people and you share this knowledge, what will you get? Respect. Immediate respect. Right? They will ask for more. So what do? You are inspiring in a conversation. And when you inspire in a conversation, you build a new reputation. So knowledge is essential. So ask yourself, which are the areas I need to learn? What do I need to learn? One book, two book, 200 videos, put it on your list. I listen to Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Earl Nightingale, all on personal development. And the business development, I've got all these gurus who have taught me how to grow business. So if you can grow personally, you can grow professionally, you can grow business, you can grow as CEO. But if this is blank, whatever you may say, I know you will trip. So my friend, I'm being harsh on you today. From today onwards, work harder on yourself than you ever did. Remember, it's very, very important. These 6 things which I'm teaching you, the first page, if you do it by heart, mindset needed. Sandeep, you have shared that page with everybody?
Yes, sir.
The mindset needed page and the wheels of change. Just put these 2 for the next 90 days and see. I can give you tons of information. But that will not help you unless you keep moving on this path. So my job is personal development, personal growth, and personal mastery. Like these three words: personal development, personal growth, personal mastery. And have I shared with you what is mastery? I will repeat today for all of you. What is mastery? Mastery is number one, excellence. Number one, excellence. Number two, commitment. Number three, intensity. You heard the word? Intensity. Laser beam intensity. Number four, periodicity. Every Monday, 8 a.m., I'm going for my golf every week. And frequency is part two. I play 1 hour on every Monday, 8 a.m. So when you write your rules for the day, your 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., you are building this. So once again, commitment, intensity, which was the first one?
Excellence.
Excellence. Excellence is 10 out of 10. It is not 9.9. Periodicity, frequency, and last, innovate every day. Do it every day. You know, 20 years back, I met somebody. One of my friends took me for a haircut. He says he does a haircut with putting a cloth in front of his eyes. I could not believe it. And when he did my haircut, I said, look at his mastery. When he can feel the hair, he knows how the scissors have to work. And remember, mastery is how much? 10,000 hours of work. And when you master a craft, people call you Master Ji. Am I right? Everywhere they call you that way. On a ship, they call you master. On the field, they call you master. Am I right? They give you respect. So, first thing is, today's exercise or the last 5 days we have done self-development, self-development, self-development. The areas I need to focus on in my personal, in my health, in my relationship, in my job, in my wealth creation, and in my social, you need to list it down. A, remove the fear, remove self-doubt, remove those negative people who are stopping you in your life. And build in what? Self-confidence, fearless, unstoppable. And say these affirmations every day. In the morning when you get up from your bed, 10 times you say that. I am unstoppable. I am confident. I am fearless. I will achieve all my goals. My dreams will come true. I want to change the pattern in your life. And don't meet these people, don't speak to these people who only talk about COVID. You know what is the status today? I don't need to know. Shut up and leave me. How can you say that politely? You can do that. What does everybody want to share with you? Chaos, negativity, fear. That's the job of people today. And you got to stay away from them, especially in today's time. Don't get that information into your ears. Stay away from such people. You remember I mentioned those 5 things. Stop complaining. Write it down today. I promise not to complain. Number 2, I promise not to criticize. Number 3, I promise not to gossip. Number 4, I promise not to worry. And number 5, I promise not to procrastinate. Your life is going to change. That's my promise. And for those of you who don't have my gift, I promise myself I'll mail it to you tonight. You read that promise every day. It's by my law of attraction, that lady who created that magic. And you only attract what you want. Deliberate conscious. I want you to write down, I'm reminded of this now. All your actions from now onwards. Please write this down. All your actions from now onwards have to be conscious. C for conscious. D for deliberate. E for efficient. So C for conscious, D for deliberate, E for efficient, F for focused, I for intentional, S for specific, and another S, significant. To get the results you want. Remember 2 words: action, results. In between is the effort. So every action will give you results. And every result has to be what you want. You can't go wrong. Again, I will remind you what I said yesterday. When you think and speak, you're smart and wise. And when you speak and think, you're stupid and foolish. Who would you like to be? Smart and wise. When you're smart and wise, what do? You think and speak. And I define think for you. Every word you choose, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it kind? Is it needed? You know, the journey to greatness is all there. It's a process. When I said you were born to win, it's a process. Just because you were not educated into the process, your environment did not teach you this process which I'm talking about today. That means you are educated, yet you are having the wrong knowledge, the wrong information. And you continue to live in that environment and choose to stay there. Why? Why do you choose to stay there? Are you getting happiness? Are you getting joy? Are you getting glory? Are you being recognized by the world over? No. Then why live there? My friends, I am shaking you. And I'm serious now. This community of 20 people, I'm not going to let go. I want to educate you. re-educate you, and bring that good in you, which you all have. But you are focused on all the things which does not give you good. Shift your focus. Sandeep, remind me to share with them the focus chart.
Sure.
See, as I speak, I remember what I have in my storehouse. And this all I acquired in the last 9 years. I wasn't born with all this. You know why? I changed my environment. I changed the people I was surrounded by. No drinking, no gossiping, no womanizing, no traveling with all those jantas. All this decision was taken in 2012. I've done all that. Maybe I've done so much in my younger years because I became a branch manager at 25. I had people surrounding me. I've lived that and I dropped it overnight. No more. Enough is enough. I've seen the best in the world, the best hotel, traveled to 45 countries. Yes. Now I'm sharing this with you. You got to be happy. And unless you are happy, you cannot spread happiness. And I've chosen to be abundant. Keep writing my name in front of my Harish Mehta. Abundant. I've chosen it. And I have to live this every 24 hours, every day. You know, my challenge is getting bigger by the day. I don't ask price for anything I buy. I just pay. That was not happening earlier. I used to bargain. Just a shift in attitude. What will he do? He'll make a couple of hundred more, a couple of thousand more. That's all. But I am building trust here, building relationship here. The joy of giving is much more the joy of asking. Now that you have this knowledge, bring that shift in you, each one of you, and let them see the shift at home. Your wife, your children, your neighbors. Bring this shift in your vocabulary, in your uses of word, in your day-to-day. When you think and speak, first formula, when you think and speak, everything will change. The results will change. Colonel, when you try this from today, start thinking and speaking, not speaking and thinking.
Yes, sir.
One, and then drop those 5 things which I said. Stop complaining for 24 hours from today. Make it 48 hours. God has gifted you so much. So start with 1, 24 hours of stop complaining. Move for 1 week from complaining to criticizing. Week on week, remove all these phytoxins. It's very easy. And add 2 values every week. How does the shift happen? By removing the bad, removing the ugly, and bringing the good. And you know what you want, am I right? Yes. Just write this on your wall. When you think and speak, you're smart and wise. And when you speak and think, you're stupid and foolish. Who would you like to be? Write down in bold. And let your children be laughing at you. Doesn't matter. Papa, you never do that. I will do it from now. Commit yourself, challenge yourself. Very, very important. See, I'm so emotional. I get passionate about my job of teaching you. I moved from coaching to teaching because I know this has to be implanted in you. First, uproot you and then reboot you into a new location which is full of health, joy, happiness, and prosperity. Are you listening? Are you sure you want to do it?
Yes.
Sandeep, next Friday, 8 o'clock, I want to have a gift session. A gift session, and that will be sharing and caring for this tribe we are creating.
Sure.
This is not going to stop. And you keep sharing and caring, and you see the world will be different, and you will be different here onwards. Small little things I said. Am I right? Small little things. Stop complaining, stop criticizing, stop gossiping, stop worrying, and stop procrastinating. These 5 toxins remove. Leave the company of negative people. Stop getting angry. Start listening. Start giving respect to people. I'm teaching you ordinary things. I'm not teaching you the process as a whole. How to sell, we'll do that later. How to grow your business, we'll do that later. How to hire people, we do that later. How to do processes, we'll do that later. And I have it all with me, which is called excellence. Strategic thinking and execution planning. 90% is planning, remember, and 10% is execution. Those people who are in planning are known as thinkers, strategic advisors, who do strategy. And they give it to the people to execute. The execution team is different. The execution team is management. Leadership is the strategic thinking team. So you need to know, am I in leadership, strategic thinking, or in the execution team? And when people start doing both together, there's only confusion, which we teach business owners. Master your strategic thinking and leave it to the people who manage people and processes to manage deliveries, execution. This clarity has to come. And today I bring clarity in each one of you. Redefine who you want to become tomorrow. Write it down and change from who you are to who you will become. And this is all personal development. And we can see your chart. And we are doing a 90-day plan from today. That's my commitment. And we will meet you every 7 days for half an hour or 1 hour. For those who want to come, I am gifting my time to create a tribe which is saying, we are the reset guys. How proud isn't it? We are the reset guys. We reset our minds and we created impact on the lives of people. First, our life and the lives of people around us. How simple you make it. Do you see the clarity I share this with you? Do you see the destination is visible? Do you see the path and the process? You just need to do it. Yesterday I showed a slide. Be, do, and have. Focus on your do now. Small word, D-O. What I need to do on my personal, on my health, on my relationship, on my job, on my wealth creation, and my social and spiritual. And you have got your 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Just write this down. Write your default diary. I'm making your life so simple. And this is the process to success. And I showed you plan, prepare, practice, perform by prioritizing. This requires patience, persuasion, perseverance, and persistence, and perspiration. The result is productivity, profitability, perfection. This is the process of success. And before I forget, when I started this 4 years back, I coined the word DISRUPPT. Each word I defined. I did in India almost 20 programs on stage. DISRUPPT. Write it down. D stands for dream, dare, and do. I stand for I am born with the intention to make an impact in the lives of people. The first P is people, people, people. The people you serve, the people you live with, the people you are surrounded by. That is the first P. The second P is the process which I just shared with you. The process of success. Plan, prepare, practice, prioritize, perform, requires persuasion, perseverance, patience, and perspiration. The result is productivity, profitability, perfection, and this is the process of success. T is small. I wish I could show you my logo, but I'll send it to you. Sandeep, do you have my logo of Disrupt? Anyway, it's small. I'll send it to you by mail. So T is small. Technology is an enabler. Technology is an enabler. So what is left now? S. And before that, U. I is small. U is big. I am born to serve you, the humanity, the people around me. And S is specific and significant. And R is results. So you got the total message? Dream, dare, do. I am born with the intention of giving specific, significant results to the people through the processes via technology. Is my job to serve you. And this is where I start. Ashish, I started from, it's in your moments of decision to design your destiny. Then I came to see, commitment, conceive, believe, and achieve. Then I did ABCD, appearance, behavior, communication style, decision-making process, and finally to disrupt your life and the lives of people around you. This is the total graph which I do. Starting from shifting you from making a decision and finally to influence you to disrupt the lives of people. This is what I do. And I'm so proud to share that. So proud to share that. How is it? Do you feel influenced, motivated, inspired to move ahead in life, to go and do what you've been waiting for all these months, years. Yes.
Yeah.
General Saab, I did 900 people of the army at Ahmednagar. Note JCOs and NCOs I did in an open auditorium, I remember. And I did 25 people of the leadership team of SNS in Ahmednagar. I know. My co-brother was posted there. So he said, Hariji, if you have come for a visit, why don't you give a small session? I'll show you that picture someday.
Great.
It's almost 600 people in one auditorium I delivered to them. And I loved that. I can't share it for obvious reasons because I had given them confidentiality, but I'm sharing with you. That was my gift to them.
Great. I'm sure they benefited a lot.
Yeah. This is the energy that you need to transfer. And I have a dream to address 10,000 people. If Jim Rohn can do it, what stops me from doing it? You see, those dreams have to be there. And having done more than 700 programs live, I get suffocated speaking to you in front of this camera, the TV screen. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Last visit was 8th of March 2020. I was in Cochin addressing 250 people of a FMCG company. I gave them 90 minutes and they still remember it. So my job today is to give you what you don't have and practice it hard on yourself. And I am reachable because I am passionate. I want to take you to the level you belong. Each one of you listening to me. And this is going to happen. If you're willing, it'll be easier. If you're not willing, it's going to be harder. It's your choice how hard you want to make it. And these habits have to change. You know what I'm talking about. Habits have to change. Communication has to be emphasized in yourself. How do I communicate with myself? How do I communicate with people? How do I communicate with people at home? How do I communicate with people outside? Do I get a like or a dislike? And every time I speak, do I get a like or a dislike? Every action gives you a result. Remember this. And finally, it's all about the words. It's all about the vibrations you create through your words. And I speak this word. When the words change, the vibration changes. And when the vibration changes, the results change. And we only talk about results. We talk about nothing else in life. Sandeep, can you just come in and do some sharing and then I will come back for the closure?
Sure.
I know I can go on, but I want you. You have done a great job. Coming together is the beginning, moving together, and then taking all of us together is going to be successful. I know.
Amazing. And as we see, life is all about writing our own story. So let me quickly share with each one of you the story of two falcon birds. So there was a wealthy king somewhere in the Arabic world, and he was gifted with two special falcon birds whom he really admired. And he wanted to get those two falcon birds so well trained that they could soar in the sky. So out of the entire fleet of best of ministers and people working under the king, he asked them to get the trainer who could guide these birds and make them fly so high in the sky, where actually he really wanted to see himself. So the best of trainers came, appeared for the audition, and finally the wisest of the wise was chosen. He sought 30 days from the king and promised that he will have these two falcon birds flying high in the sky with the name of the king ruling the Arab world. Well, 30 days passed by, and the trainer came back trembling with fear. To everyone's surprise, he was bent on his knees with folded hands in front of the king and pleading mercy. The king went aghast and asked, "What happened?" The trainer said, "Your Majesty, Your Highness, well, I was able to train one of the birds to soar high in the sky. Unfortunately, to my failure, one of them is still perching on the bark. I'm really clueless how to go about it, what to do with this other bird, which seems so similar in character, yet is not just taking off. I wish you could help me with some more days, or maybe someone else could join hands with me to make this happen." The benevolent king nodded in agreement and invited the entire kingdom to find someone who could really make this possible along with the trainer. And everyone in the kingdom felt afraid that if this fine gentleman, this trainer, the master of the masters, couldn't really train these two falcon birds to fly high in the sky, how could I? But out of nowhere, a simple guy with a normal appearance turned up. He was a farmer, and without any similar experience or skill set to train the birds, he still turned up with full confidence, full zest, full energy, enthusiasm, and commitment that he can make it happen in just single day. While this might sound unbelievable to each one of us and to the entire set of people in that kingdom, the next morning, when the king woke up and he was looking out of his palace, he could see those two beautiful falcon birds flying high in the sky together. He immediately sought for that farmer, and he was so curious to understand how could this simple looking guy make it happen overnight, something that trainer couldn't really make it possible in 30 days. And when the farmer appeared in front of the king with a smile and confidence in his eyes, the king asked, "What really did you do that changed things overnight?" And my dear friends, you will be surprised to know that this farmer simply chopped off that bark of the tree where that bird was perching, sitting idle, didn't really move for the last 30 days. He just simply cut off that bark from the tree. So if any one of you would like to tell me what exactly he did before I proceed, I would love to hear it from you. Anybody? What exactly that farmer did
It took
that
the
made
it took the bird out of its comfort zone.
absolutely wonderful. Ashish Bist, we are so happy and proud of you that you got it in the first instance. And I'm sure many others had their bulb on moment that all progress takes place outside the comfort zone. I'm sure the story moved you, was really interesting. A great insight, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we are the action guys. So while we realize, understand the importance of moving ourselves out of the comfort zone where we feel safe and control, and the fear zone keeps us stuck to our comfort zone while we find excuses, we are affected by others' opinions, we lack self-confidence, we have the fear of unknown, that we keep ourselves glued to the comfort zone. Now, while you look at this chart, my dear friends, this seems like a vicious circle. You will find all the reasons to stay afraid and hidden inside your comfort zone, while what is really important is to step out, acquire new skills, extend yourself, step into the learning zone, and eventually move to where you really belong. Now, what is really important is to understand how you move out of your comfort zone. So, number one, simplify the first step. We talk about the big picture, but now we are looking at making that dream a reality. So let's begin with simplifying the first step, the key action we need to initiate to get going. And as we continue our journey, let's keep aiming for the smaller goals we begin with and keep crushing them. One by one, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year. Now, many people are unable to step out of their comfort zone because they are unable to identify what really keeps them there. So identify the reasons behind your comfort zone and then start with the simplest step, the small 2 mm shift, the 0.01% change you can initiate in the start. And while this is an individual exercise for each one of us, it's really important to get an accountability partner. A simple example, you really want to wish to step up in the morning and hit the gym, but every morning you don't feel like getting out of your bed. So why not team up with a group of friends, maybe your spouse or your kids? That 3, 5, 10 people of us together are going to meet every day, 6 a.m. or whatever time suits you in the gym. And it's our collective mutual responsibility that we are going to knock everyone's door, give a ringer continuously till the time you wake up and step out. As we suggested, to be answerable to the world, to become accountable by announcing your decisions, you get into action. You step out of your comfort zone. Now, how many of you like cakes or cookies? Chocolate cakes, muffins, cookies, all the variety of bakery. I'm sure many of you like it, don't you? So why don't we have a cookie jar with us all the time? And what I mean by using the cookie jar method is again very interesting. Whenever we are spending the quality me time with us, let's start reflecting and recollecting all those simple, big or small achievements we have had in the past into our repository. And every time we are feeling low or unable to step out of our comfort zone or make the next shift, let's pull out that one simple cookie, one previous achievement to remind ourselves of the strength, the willingness, and the possibilities we have and the potential we can tap in to move into action and eventually get our results. And to add more to it, let's use the 5-second rule. Now, you might find this on the internet, but I learned it from my father. Every morning when it's most difficult to step out of the bed, it's winters, and even right now, in the end of April, in my part of the world, we are still back into our sweaters, and it's pretty cold outside. So I know it's going to be tough to wake up tomorrow morning, but what my father taught us is the 5-second rule. So the moment your alarm goes off, you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pull off your blanket and just get up and stand. Till the time you are awake, you are up and still on your bed, thinking whether to step out, whether to move out or not. You won't realize when those another 30 to 60 minutes will pass by and you'll be sleeping. So push yourself, because life is going to push you anyways. And it's your choice, your decision, how hard you want to make that change or how easy you want to have those accomplishments, achievements, and enjoy that progress in your life. And your default diary always comes handy. So break your day into chunks, plan your tomorrow tonight, and something people dread when they step out of their comfort zone is what worst can happen with them when they start something new. So why not really let's visualize the worst case scenario. What could happen if you do this and then find a way to really make it possible and achievable and never letting yourself into that territory, the worst case scenario anymore. As Major General P.S. Bailji yesterday reminded us of how beautifully the Punjabi community, and I'm sure everyone can have that feeling and start implementing it. Sanu ki. And that reminds me of something interesting I learned from a Bollywood movie where this guy had his spouse ill due to cancer. His business was nosediving. Everything in his life was messy. And still, he always carried that smile and confidence on his face. And eventually, he was able to turn things to his favor. Because the only mantra he reminded himself of every moment, every day and night was, कौन सी बड़ी बात हो गई? So you must do what others won't. Commit and stay the course. Because if you always do what you always did, mind you, you will always get what you always got. I'm glad to see you are taking notes, but I would really appreciate if you make your mind note of it and implement it now. Because there's no tomorrow. आज नकद कल उधार. जब भी उस हलवाई की दुकान पर जाओ और सोचो आज तो उधार मिलेगा, हर बार वही बोर्ड, वही तख्ती आगे चिपका देता है जिस पर लिखा है आज नकद कल उधार. बट लाइफ इसमें उल्टी हो जाती है. लाइफ इज डिफरेंट. लाइफ आज उधार है और उसको आज ही नकद से चुकाना पड़ेगा. कल किसने देखा? So reset your mindset. Never allow yourself to be defined by someone else's opinion of you. One of the biggest reasons why we are reminding ourselves every moment from the last 5 days to get rid of all those negative people around us who are going to do nothing but suck our energy. Success is when reality catches up to own imagination. I'm grateful to our abundant coach Harish Mehta ji as he's brought out of all those pearls from his abundant ocean of knowledge to share with each one of you today. So how soon you want to make your imagination your reality, or rather match your reality to your imagination? We leave it to you. And once you let go of negative people, positive ones appear. Now, this might sound similar to what we've already learned, but as I always say, repetition is the mother of all skills. All of us comfortable typing on the keyboard without looking at it didn't really learn it overnight. For some of us, it took a week, for others, maybe a month. But that continuous practice on the keyboard, A, S, D, F, G, semicolon, L, K, J, H, Q, W, E, R, T, P, O, I, U, Y, and all that. And it's now when we can do it subconsciously. And let's have somebody as a motivator in our life. I remember one of my cousins from the US when I was at the age of 10. She came to visit us, and I saw her typing so fast, even without looking at her iMac. And I was wondering, how could this ever happen? We write on a paper, but we keep looking at it simultaneously what we are writing. So how could these jumbled words, and I'm talking about 90s, could really make sense for someone to type so fast, so accurate? I really want to know this craft. And I joined the typing class. It was the year of typewriters those days, something you might see in a museum now. And I went there and I asked my teacher, ma'am, I want to learn how to type the fastest ever in your entire batch of students you would have taught in your career. And today, until today, my former colleagues, my friends ask me, can you guide us, that teacher who really taught you to type so fast, so accurate, without looking at it? Well, thanks to her and thanks to the commitment which we really need to start having in our life, because commitment is the key. And a positive mind finds a way it can be done. As we said, you can keep that garbage in your life, in your mind forever. And as long as you want to have it, you will find all the reasons and the excuses of never letting it go. And I was sharing with a set of students recently when they were struggling with how to prepare for their upcoming CA exams. The only thing I have learned all my life, be it personal or professional or my student or my career stage, that you can rapidly shift yourself out of anything, any moment, any situation, any challenge instantly. Good or bad doesn't really matter. What really matters is how good you are firm with your mindset, which is allowing you that creativity, that positivity, and that space to perform and deliver what is required, when is required, in the right manner that serves your purpose. And how we can forget this? If you think and speak, you're smart and wise. And I'm sure by now you know otherwise. While we really need to be the masters of our own destiny, we need to manage our mindset, our life first. One of the biggest reasons behind people facing challenges everywhere, be it their job, be it their profession, their business, their team, or relationships, they try and control the mental attitude of others. Now, the first thing they trying never works. Second, they want to control. Well, influence at its best is all you can do to someone. And until you are able to manage your own mental attitude, unless you are able to reset your mindset, well, you can only give to others what you really have. When I look at the word relatives and the way Negativity attracts things, and such surroundings of people attracts negativity in your life. The worst thing about worry is that it attracts a whole lot of it. Now, what do you really wish to attract in your life? Again, needs to resonate with the big picture for you. You are more apt to rust out your brain from disuse than you are to wear it out from use. Now, for all those coming from the financial background, knowledge has a depreciation rate of over 60%. And so are the softwares in your office or business. And scientific studies prove that we are not using even 1% of the potential God has gifted to us with a brain we carry on the top of our head, and yet we are not making the topmost use of this abundant resource in our life. So what do you really need to do? Exercise your brain. And the word rust reminds me of trust. Which further reminds me of what I have coined for relationships, that if there is no trust, the relationship will totally rust. So the word trust itself stems into totally rust when there is no trust. And all these days, what we have realized from the way we have to communicate, how we need to design our life, how we need to attract the right set of people, the purpose is to create that trust. And if you think you cannot make it, I promise you, you cannot make it. Because your results, your growth, your potential will never be bigger than your imagination. And what is imagination all about? Imagination reminds me of iMac, iPhone, iPad, and everything the first trillion-dollar company in this world creates, Apple. It all started with imagination and the idea to add value to people's lives by making everything simple. And for all those of us who have switched from an Android or a Windows platform to Apple ecosystem, we know how easy it is to use, and we can probably never get back to that old style of using any other gadget. It all started with imagination. And then utilizing your imagination, your potential, exercising your brain to make the most of it. The idea, my dear friends, is not to have all those learnings with us over these 5 days just for the sake of it. The purpose is to start putting each one of those nuggets into action. Because until you put things into action, number one, you tend to forget. Number two, they don't work for you. And number three, that small opening of opportunity, that window of opportunity where the breeze has started just flowing inside your life recently, will close. And a closed mind stumbles over the blessings of life without recognizing them. And all of us have gathered here to recognize the true potential we have and then create something magical out of it. And as I said, the real progress happens outside your comfort zone. So if there is one thing I really wish each one of you start doing from today, is start getting comfortable in being uncomfortable. Remember, the mind grows strong through use. Struggle makes power. Now, Jeff Bezos didn't become Jeff Bezos. Bill Gates didn't really turn up super rich overnight. Apple didn't really become trillion-dollar company from day one. Everything took time. But what really made it possible is the continuous loop of imagination, action, decision, again into imagination to add more value, to find what really went well, and to plug the loop, plug in the holes, and then move into action. So success is a continuous process. What actions you take tonight will get you results maybe tomorrow or few months or days or years down the line, but eventually even 0.01% change will add up to a growth of 33% in just 1 year. And how fast you want to make that decision to bring that change in your life? As we say, it's in the moments of decision you design your destiny. So how alert you are to the never-ending changes happening in our life, especially since last year, how rapidly the technology has shifted, the world has grown from someone who was addressing thousands of people live on stage, has made that shift in his mind to get behind the camera, yet enter your rooms, your lives tonight to reset your mindset. Because the mind serves best, which is used most. रोज घर की सफाई क्यों करते हैं? Why do we take a bath every day? Why all those daily rituals? Because a thing which doesn't grow dies. A thing which is kept unused never grows and eventually dies. So guys, let's wake up, let's rise, let's realize that life is a gift, it's a prize. And it's no surprise that this gift won't last forever. And to make your life precious, you got to make a decision now. Because if you don't make it now, it's never gonna happen ever. And it ultimately boils down to you. Because if you know yourself enough, where you really are and where you aspire to be, you will find all the ways and means to keep it always positive. Because it's all about results, results, results. In one of the separate principles and concepts related to relationships, the first thing I mentioned in my book was that people are unaware about their current status. And since they are clueless, they do nothing. And these 5 days of transformation, of resetting your mindset, the first and the foremost step is to take stock, audit your mind, audit your current situation, audit your present challenges and your requirements, and then find a way to make it possible. And why is this shift important? Why did we really have to reset our mindset? Because what all we have been feeding it with over these years, it didn't really get bored, but it probably got stopped working. The mind otherwise never becomes tired. Even when you're sleeping, your brain is working, your heart is functioning, the internal organs are taking well care enough of themselves and you. But what goes wrong when you wake up and forget to make the most use of it? I know it's close to 9:45 and we'll wrap it up by 10 because everyone's waiting for the food. That's what the slide reminds me. But I'm sure the kind of nutrients, the value we have gathered, we have absorbed these 5 days is going to keep us energetic. It's going to keep us rich and alive for the rest of our life. Because it's all about control. While you can just influence everyone, you can definitely control yourself. Because you have 100% ownership and accountability towards yourself. You can disrupt yourself. You can make all those positive shifts. So start doing it. Because when you are being controlled by your circumstances, your situations, your challenges, the people around you, other relationships, and you are giving your expression and feelings of anger, resentment, criticism, complaint, and all those toxins, you are actually being a slave to someone else. My dear friends, our freedom fighters were grateful enough to get us independence on 15th August 1947. So why the hell do we stay as a slave now? Let us at least respect and honor those freedom fighters, if not ourselves, by getting rid of being controlled by any other damn person in this world. So let me ask you one more time. Are you ready? And if yes, commit to yourself before you type in the chat box that yes, I am ready. Place your hand on your heart, be true to yourself, and ask yourself one more time. Are you ready? Colonel Venu says yes with commitment. Gupta ji says yes. Ashish is yes, I am ready. And I can see more comments. And I'm still waiting for others to commit. If you are really ready, if you are actually willing to make that change, just type yes, I am ready. Yes, Mr. Suhas, you are ready, and so we are, to make an impact in each one of our lives and reset our mindset. Thank you very much.
So, Sandeep, I'm so happy that we could share our thoughts, and I'm proud to say that from 24 to 12 is a great figure. Now, these 12 people need special attention. And for those who stayed back, I will be giving a half an hour of personal time as a gift to them. Sandeep, you can book this time tomorrow or any day between tomorrow and Sunday mornings. Half an hour for these people. Let them mail their time to you. I'm okay between 9 to 12 in the morning, both Saturday and Sunday.
Sure.
And whatever they need to ask to bring that clarity to the process, and what is still stopping them from doing, I am happy to share with them. Two, this community of 24 people who came on day one, I'm going to hammer them over and over again. I'm sure the recording is still on.
Yep.
Yes. These clips will be created and the world will come to know very soon that we are together on a journey of resetting minds globally, not only in India. I know I'm doing a similar program on the 15th of May in Ontario, Toronto, Canada for 6 weeks. I am planning to do a similar program in UAE for business owners with a couple of friends of mine. I want this to be embedded in your minds today. There is no going back from here unless you wish to perish and leave planet Earth. This information is which has gone into you for the last 5 days will not let you sleep peacefully. I challenge you. Just get yourself reminded of so many things that we spoke about, shared with you, and the individuals who had the guts to talk about it are going to be the leaders in this process. We are going to do a talk show on reset your mindset. Sandeep, keep noting what I'm sharing.
Sure.
We will invite them into our StreamYard room. Go Facebook Live and share the changes that they have gone after this process. I have a big journey, and this is just the beginning because I only dreamed the big picture. And when I spoke the first day, if Tony Robbins took 20 years, we may take much less now. The population is going to grow. Knowledge is going to become more and more valid, provided you reach out to the right people. So our destination is only quality people who will leave the bad and the ugly and move towards a desire to become good, better, and best. I need your help, and we will decide to have another program 15 days from now, we will finalize the dates, whether it is alternate day or spread over 2 weeks, same time, 8 o'clock in the evening. And I'm looking forward to share this knowledge. And you all will also be invited to be a part of that. That's a gift to all of you who have come this first time. I know I'm following the principle that the Americans do. You pay once and stay there forever. And you build this community, it's your ownership too. So we will bring more people into this room and you will share your wealth of wisdom, your shift of change, which you have acquired, and which you will keep sharing and caring. So 2 things. First meeting next Friday, 8 p.m. to these very people. They will share what they could do. They will share what they could not do. And we will be besides them, behind them, on the journey of keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. 2, we would like to do this half an hour with all of you who are interested. Send a mail to Sandeep for tomorrow's. I will be happy to do. And clean those small little things which are there. Here. Which is stopping you to make that decision. You are still procrastinating. Because clarity will breed opportunity. And opportunity will take you much beyond your current state of being. See the beauty of the way I speak. I speak from my heart and my mind, and the words flow beautiful. That's the gift I am proud of now. And would love to share this gift with each one of you. How you can, when you have proximity of good people around you, move to become better. Share, care, listen, learn, grow, and lead. Share, care, listen, learn, and lead by talking about the changes that have made you the person you are becoming. And I must confess, I have some great stories. I had my back to the wall in life in 1996 when I was in the bank. I unearthed a fraud of 30 crores at that time. And my predecessor committed suicide. The whole bank was on fire. And I was the culprit because he was a blue-eyed boy. And 6 general managers were suspended. 2 could not become chairman in their life because I stuck to the truth. So you got to be bold in life. And this boldness doesn't come unless you are given the opportunity to have your back to the wall. Today, it's an opportunity to shift yourself from who you were 5 days back. You have taken some notes. You have taken some strong words which you need to take it down your mind and bring it close to your heart and say, I can, I will, I must. And there is no stopping you from here onwards. And each one of you who was here is reachable to me and Sandeep. Of course, I know you all. pick up the phone, send a message, and I'm happy to share 10, 20, 30 minutes. That's my gift to you for coming in my life and being with us for 5 days. General Bell and me will have a long chat on how we can share this with the rest of the world. Gupta ji and me will have a long chat how we can share to the community that he wants to grow. And each one of you, I am happy to be with you, part of your process, and collaborate wherever you feel the need of sharing this knowledge, this wealth, and growing people. So, before I close this today's program, Sandeep, do you have those questions with you on the Google form, or you want to send it to them, or you want to just leave it?
We'll be happy to share with them, and maybe we can have a quick conversation with
I
someone
leave
who's
the
really
stage to
interested.
you because you are the master, I am a follower. I will only be there with you and sit on the back entrance and watch you play the music and call the shots from here onwards, and only come in when there is a need for me to share.
That's the beauty of a leader, which I said yesterday. To lead is to follow. And you are following the herd, you are making the tribe move. And we are glad to have you and spend these 5 days of great learning, wonderful experiences, and I'm sure of outstanding success waiting for each one of us. Isn't it, guys?
Let's start 1 minute for each, and then we can conclude. And then we will meet on next Friday. And all those who want to speak to me between tomorrow 9 to 12 and Sunday 9 to 12, they can send me a message through you or a direct message on my WhatsApp.
We've already got one confirmation from someone who's proactive and really wants to make a change, and that is Amit Garg. So congratulations, and looking forward to welcome you on Sunday, 11 a.m. Great. So let's start with the opening batsman, Mr. Ashish Best. Let's hear it out from you. Something special you really got in the last 5 days. One thing you would like to implement from today. And what new perspective these 5 days gave you. And if you really feel the need to push the reset button in your life. Let's hear it out from Ashish Best.
Put him on the spotlight.
I had quite a few learnings from this these last 5 days, and I think I mean I'll have to. I've jotted down all those things. There are many takeaways from these 5 days. Uh, the best was that you design your. I mean, when you take a decision, you design your destiny. That is something that resonated with me very well, because I was a little hesitant in deciding about quitting the job. So that really spurred me on, and I think I have taken that decision. Then the positive change, as I have said, there are the time I'm utilizing it productively. I'm not wasting time. People with whom you want to interact, you have to be absolutely sure about it. And one more thing that has actually benefited me is you today you decide your tomorrow. Now that is also something that has helped me. And I think these 5 days has been really fruitful, a time well invested. And I think likewise, looking forward to invest time productively, which can help me grow, and not look at things and not look at any activity which doesn't help you grow. So eliminate those things, anything that doesn't help you grow, and look at people, look at your actions that help you grow. Now that is also a good learning that I've got in this last 5 days.
Awesome. And I'm sure many of us have a similar feeling and experience. And let's hear it out from Colonel Venu.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Go ahead.
Good evening, Sandeep, and good evening, Harish sir. I mean, this capsule of 5 days, if I were to be very frank with you, if someone has gone through this entire capsule in the manner in which you have perceived it to be, then I think it would bring about a great transformation in a personality. Because primarily this was aimed at personality development, and it was emphasizing and it was pointing out to those negative aspects one would carry as a baggage, and was in a fix as to how to get out of these things, how to make a path for yourself, how to have a clear cut aim and a vision, and then divert your workforce like a laser beam, which Sandeep was referring to. I think overall this was a very well structured program, and I'd like to compliment Sandeep. You see, somewhere you had mentioned don't go by looks and don't go by demeanor and things like that. That aptly and rightfully can be associated with your personality. I mean, I like the way you have gone about in all your sessions by giving realistic examples. Just for example, it was very moving to hear those two falcons, and what else? You had mentioned about these two falcons and coming out of the comfort zone, then taking a decision at the spur of the moment, that 5-second decision, which of course it keeps lingering in our minds throughout our lives. But then when it comes to taking that particular action, you require a trigger in you. And I think you have covered where, how, and why you require such trigger in your life to reach where you want from where you are at the moment. I mean, it was very nicely and beautifully covered. And the best part was the simplicity with which you have given real life examples. I like that part. And of course, Harish sir, you've been such a motivating personality. I've been listening over the last 6 months. I've been interacting with Mr. Harish on a couple of occasions, and it's always good to imbibe and get those strings which you can play around with in your future. So in the end, I would always remember this capsule. I mean, it's very dear to me now because I haven't attended very many capsules in my life. Uh, Probably I didn't have the time and the inclination then as what I am now. And definitely, I'd like to assure both of you that this learnings and this experience would go a long way into kind of boosting and giving that adequate go in me in my further endeavors. Thank you, Mr. Sandeep, and thank you, Mr. Harish. It's been a enriching experience to summarize. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Colonel Venu. Trust me, it's an honor and a blessing to be of value. And, on my website, I have it in bold and capital. The mission of my life is to touch and transform lives for the better. And if this capsule was able to add value to your life, I'm sure everyone who takes this pill every day will not really need to visit a pharmacy close by to take any other pill in their life.
One you have already touched, Sandeep.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing. Let's hear it from our very honorable Major General P.S. Behelji.
Well, you got the 4Gs one after the other. Uh, well, I think it's been absolutely interesting to hear you, Sandeep, and Mr. Harish Mehta. I mean, it's amazing the way you guys have gone about it. It has resonated a lot with me because quite a few of the things that you have, put forth, I have followed it sometime or the other during my life, and I always thought that maybe it was only me, who was doing all this. But I realized that there's a method to the madness, and that method has been put across rightly by you. And I hope to follow it in a more systematic and a methodical manner and see progress, see growth. Once you retire, you have to change path. You have to change your gears. You have to take a different direction, and that is what the direction that I'm going to be heading for. And I shall, of course, speak to Mr. Harish and then come about with the direction, seek his blessings, seek his assistance on the same. Thank you.
Amazing. So glad to have you with us, sir, right from the start of the time when we were conceptualizing this plan and this entire process of adding value to everyone's life with those real testimonials, so touching. And now your presence itself actually counts. I mean, uh, just the title of your book and lots more to learn from your journey, uh, your experience of the world. Well, that
I,
teaches us a lot.
and I must admit, the example that you gave of the peregrine falcons forms a part of my book.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very much there. I've also quoted the same example in one of the chapters, trying to just portray the importance of letting go, the importance of saying Sanuki at a particular moment, because until unless you get out of your comfort zone, you're not going to get results. So I've got it there. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Glad we connect in many more ways.
Yeah, we will.
Awesome. Right. So who else we have on the show now who would love to share? Let's invite KB Gupta ji. Kindly unmute yourself and turn on your camera. Lovely.
Yeah, good evening. I must say that very fruitful 5 days, and a lot of pulse of wisdoms were distributed. And the biggest thing is that whatever is needed to reset your mindset and improve your personality, they were given in a very, very simplistic way that a common man can understand. It was not presented in a rocket science like thing, and overall the people, and it will go a long way in improving the lives of the people. I really appreciate the idea of creating the community, and this will definitely help the people who are part of it, the people who join it, and humanity at large. तो मुझे वो याद आ गया कि मैं जब चला तो अकेला था, धीरे धीरे मैं चलता गया और कारवां बनता गया. I wish it will be a big karma, and I must appreciate and I must thank Coach Harish Mehta to conceptualize this. And it is just a beginning. As you say that seed of a banya tree, it's just like a tip of a needle and it comes into the banya tree. So I'm very sure that one day we'll sit in the comfort and cool breeze of this banyan tree. Wish luck to all, including me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And trust me, there was something very exciting and interesting for each one of us that we learned from you. The way you started coming up with your YouTube channel, from day one when you were really unaware how to even hold the camera, and now enlightening the world. And I can resonate more with you because I also had a similar experience. While you might find me comfortable on the camera with each one of you today, out of those countless videos on my YouTube channel, Sandeep Bogra, if you look at the very first video, you will find 1,000 challenges or mistakes which still needs to be rectified. While the message was amazing and well received by the people, but aesthetics to life really mean a lot. And we are glad that you were with us to teach with your experience, and happy to learn and grow with everyone.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Now let's have Mr. Amit Garg, because I'm sure he's buzzing with energy and lots of things to share with us, his learnings, his excitement. We can see in the smile on his face.
A lot of, I'll say, kickstarts, new things before, heard it before, but possibly अभी तक किसी ने सर पे धरा नहीं था, इसलिए बुद्धि चैतन्य नहीं हुई थी. That is the simplest and the most effective way. When you said, Harish, that if need be, I'll push you guys. That is what I really liked, because I have been sitting on my comfort zone, contemplating and postponing things from today to tomorrow. That is one part. The another impactful part is writing your default diary. So what you want to make it happen, you need to write it today. And it's not easy. It's easy to write a statement without believing, but the moment you start into thinking that this is what I want tomorrow, this is how it will happen, so you get trapped in the how. And possibly what I need to learn and what I will work around is not to get into how, but get into a conviction statement first and foremost. The how will get taken care of. Then in terms of visualization, now I still need clarity, and probably on Sunday, this is what I wish to speak to you, because there are many spokes in the wheel. Though I have got the understanding of the fulcrum and the pillars, but again, all those pillars which are supported by different spokes, I need more clarity. So all in all, a wake-up exercise to my own self, dust myself and get up and start running again, and believing that it can all be achieved, and I need to catch up for the lost decades, not just time. And I look forward to more such courses where this whole thing can be refreshed and newer things can be added into different parts of personality. Reset Your Mind is just one bigger block, but I'm sure it gets complemented and supplemented with many more. And then having the August audience who were there, and then learning from them things which were unthinkable. So things which I would have shied away, what Ashish did is a living example, and I think living examples work much better, because then you have a reference point, a live reference point. Books are there, but if you know a person, or if you have interacted with a person, that one could do it, that basically pushes you. So there are lots and lots of, I can go on and on and on in terms of be to have the whole of disrupt, the whole of attention, focus, energy, so on and so forth. And it is endless. And this is what I want to, on a daily basis, my notes, I want to go through on a daily basis and possibly derive a new meaning from every page, every line which I have written. If you always do what you did, what you always did, you will always get what you always got. Sum zero. So that is where I'll say my understanding and my journey has just begun. It will continue. you will find me a constant factor in your journey too. That much
Lovely.
I'll give it to you right now.
Lovely. And I'm sure with your constant efforts and relentless approach to making things possible for you, you will definitely make it happen. Big time,
I will.
pretty
I
soon.
will.
Yes. We can see that commitment and willingness in your eyes.
Thank you.
Awesome. Wonderful. If we have Mr. Amol Kulkarni still with us, because we can see him behind the scenes. He's been an active participant all these days. Would love to hear from you, Mr. Amol Kulkarni.
Hi. Sorry, my video is not there because I have less bandwidth for last 2 days. There's some issue.
No problem.
Yeah. So for me, I think the biggest takeaway for this 5 days has been, I mean, apart from the basic, tools that we spoke about, like having a, to-do list or having a journal that you would want to write your tomorrow today. I think that's something that I have been kind of following it, but I think like what Mr. Garg right now said, that that when you go deep in it and when you want to believe in those sentences, and that's where the real I think the challenge is, or I would say that is where you really have to put your mind and thought and everything into it. So I think that is something that I would like to do more often, and kind of continue with that. The other biggest takeaway has been is to have focus. I think that focus is, very critical to achieve what you have in mind. Whatever the big picture would be, that how, you keep working towards that on day and day in day out, and slowly start accumulating runs. Like how you do in the middle overs, basically. So that is something that is something that again I would like to continue doing that. Apart from that, some other important things is to roll the dice, and to make sure that you take that step, you move outside your comfort zone. So I've been outside my comfort zone for some time now, and which was very difficult, and I went through that whole phase of like you showed in the chart, that initially I was in denial. Then I went through a phase where I was doubting myself, and now I'm in that phase of learning, where I'm saying that okay, so be it, and now I need to kind of learn and absorb and kind of move and create my own formulas to the success that I want to stitch for myself. So I think these are the key takeaways for me.
Lovely. And you're a real life example for each one of us out here who showcased what we've been learning all these days, and the way you are stitching the fabric of your life with all those silver and golden threads embedded with all the pearls and sterlings. Well, life is your way.
Yeah.
Because ideally, we want to move the way of our life, but special ones are those who make life move their way. And you are one of them. And we are glad to have you with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sandeep, let's have Mr. Suhas speak, and then Mr. Ganesh Deshpande.
Definitely.
And finally, Ratan Singh ji. Yes, Suhas, please. Spotlight. You need to get your voice coming. Suhas, your voice is not coming. You can remove the earbuds and speak directly into the computer. No, it's not coming.
Some network error. Maybe we can have Ganesh Deshpande ji in the meantime.
Yeah. Yes, Ganesh. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm listening and I'm attending it since from Monday, the day it started. And it was really informative and more energetic, I found. So though I attended it in a mute way, but still it was very nice. The main takeaway I found it from this program is to, for myself, it is to invest in ourselves, which is more important. As Sandeep said that knowledge is power, we can say, and we need to utilize that power by increasing our knowledge. So investment in ourselves will increase our knowledge, and which will help us in a many ways. Then second thing is to remove unwanted things as well as unwanted people from our life. So this will enhance the process of our development or self-development. So it will stop us from distracting the different. For me, I take in a way that removing unwanted things and peoples will stop distracting us from our goal or whatever we have set. Things positively to attract positive things towards us. And most important is to set a goal, to prepare it, to prepare for that goal, to make a plan and practice that plan, which will help us to get that whatever target we have set. So overall, the program was very nice. I will definitely would like to continue with this program, and definitely would like to meet Mr. Sandeep on next Friday.
Lovely. Glad to have you with us, sir. And in fact, your name itself is like the entire world believes in it. The entire world looks forward to. And definitely you as an individual who's realized the value and importance of investing. Because what really differentiates a creator or a businessman and an entrepreneur from everyone else is that they look at everything in life as an investment rather than a wasteful expenditure. So that shift in mind, the reset which has already been in your life, I'm sure is helping you to recraft your journey in more fruitful and beautiful ways. So thank you once again for being with us. And we are looking forward to stay associated and grow leaps and bounds together.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Welcome.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome, sir.
Now, can you hear me?
Perfect.
Yes, yes. Uh, I will first take this opportunity to thank you for all these 5 days of great learning. And two things that I would like to tell you that in last 5 days, I started writing default diary. And
wow.
And you will not believe that it is working so fine. Definitely, it helps me to complete my task and I stop procrastinating. Last so many years, I had a habit of procrastinating, which now it is stopped. So definitely, this program has helped me to do the things. First, plan your things today for tomorrow and act on it and get it done. And after getting that job done, the satisfaction, the results, the satisfaction, that is really it is motivating. And doing the same repeatedly, and only thing that I want to see how continuously I will be doing this in my future life. So this is a wonderful experience, and I'm thankful for Harish ji. I attended his earlier 2 programs for our company, and I will be happy to attend further more programs. Thank you very much, sir.
Lovely. And we can see those real-time transformations happening in these 5 days. I mean, you've started your journey with your default diary and the way it is giving you satisfaction. Well, just to quickly answer your confusion, if you will be able to carry on with it,
Yeah.
Let me suggest you to keep accumulating all those satisfactory moments
Yes.
in your cookie jar. So anytime you feel low or you are confused, just open that cookie jar, enjoy a crunch of that experience, that satisfaction you gained the last time. I'm sure you'll find a reason and a momentum to carry on with it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Sandeep, where are we? Do we have Mr. Ratan Singh coming in?
Yes, sir.
Please, sir, welcome.
Welcome, sir. It's a great session for 5 days, and most of the time, I find that I have experienced a lot of things which you have been narrating in the last 5 days. I was basically a general manager in IFCL Limited in 2007, when some bureaucrats take over the charge of IFCL Limited with the politicians. And they wanted me to use as a tool for their obvious purposes. I didn't compromise there. Then I was, as a challenge, given a charge task of a MD of a company called Nitcon. It is a joint venture of some financial institution. Now, basically, when I was given this company, not as a reward as a MD, it was a punishment for them to carry this business, because I was having a package around 30 lakhs there in IFCL Limited general manager, and this company was having only profit of 5 to 10 lakh rupees. And there is a question of survival for me on that point of time. So, as you suggested, caring and caring for your colleagues and building a team. So, I in 2011 was taken the full charge of AMD and build a team, including Sandeep was one of the key element in during my part of that journey. So we built up a team and gradually increased the business and reached from 10 lakh to 1 crore a profit year for next 7 to 8 years for a capital of only 10 lakhs rupees. So that was the thing I was trying to hear, but we are telling in your seminar. Yes, when you are thrown out of the falcons, this will happen to us, because when we don't have anything else except to prove ourselves. And that helps us to grow globally. When you share with your colleagues your knowledge, your wisdom, and it is not benefit individual, it is the whole group. So I am very thankful for having a company to such a beautiful group. And whenever you feel that you having some whole hand holding with you, so you have always care that you will be taken care of any of your future need of your personal or your business needs. And second thing, I already added that it's not a one-time affair. As you clean your house daily, you have to clean your mind on everyday basis. It is not one-time affair. Second thing, which I just want to add, that when you came off the comfort zone, it is again a regular exercise. Once you are going to a new comfort zone at the moment, thereafter, after sometimes you may have the. Are you getting me?
Yeah, go ahead.
So when you are out of your comfort zone, you come to a new comfort zone. But after some times, again that zone becomes your comfort zone. So you have to keep on changing your comfort zone to grow more and more. So it is a very nice company, and very happy to have a company as such a nice gathering. Thank you very much.
Lovely. Great, sir, for that wonderful insight that every time you step out of your existing comfort zone, well, after a point of time, you land into another comfort zone, and you have to continuously keep to scale up and reach the pinnacle. Well, it's been just a 10 years association with you, but it feels like a lifetime, and I'm blessed to have you in my life. And so this group will definitely benefit from your presence and from each one of us who are closely knit, and there's a long way to go.
Definitely. We're having a lifelong association.
Indeed, it's a blessing and an honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I am blessed to have everybody. And those of you who have participated, I am happy and proud. And those of you who want more, there is so much more to share with each one of you. I only come with a word of advice, a word of caution. Habits old takes time to go. And you have to work harder on those habits which need to go. It was easy for me to say, stop complaining for 24 hours. Live those 24 hours and see. Did you complain on anything or nothing? It could be food, it could be people in the room, it could be anything that happens around you. So those moments are important. And I know if you can do it for one day, you can do it for 2 days, you can do it for 3 days, you will soon love it and live it. So these 5 toxins which I mentioned, they are like your daily sweat. It will keep coming every day. Those moments will keep coming, and you will have to maintain your calm. Keep reminding you. You know, when I was doing the program 9 years back, I used to wear a wristband. And the wristband was rubber. And I used to pull it out whenever that word came into my mouth to out it goes. I used to make it so strong that I had to pull that rubber and it used to pain me. So it has to go into deep hurt before you leave one of the toxins. I am sharing with you habits of 45 years can't go in one day. Habits of 45 years will take minimum 45 continuous days. As Robin Sharma says, 66 days. People say 21 days. I say start with 24 hours. Feel the pain and enjoy the pain so that you are reminded that never to see this pain again. And when I said you are better off, you have not put the button saying restore factory settings. You are doing one by one. Complain, criticize, gossip, worry. I know when you see your telephone tomorrow morning, you will see 20 groups forwarding you garbage. How many groups do you exit is up to you. Simple exercise. Because if you invest time on that, that means you're not investing, you're spending time. And when you're spending time means you are reducing your value. Remember, your wealth is your time. How you delegate your 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day on investing on your growth, on investing on your environment, on investing on people you are surrounded by, or you go and meet those people to be there in their company. Are you learning something? Are you improving? Are you growing every single day? Or make a decision. Put that cross, and the maximum crosses you start making, you will see if they suck your energy, you are going that side. If you let them go, move ahead, you are going forward in the journey of personal development. I know when I removed 20 groups on the 1st of January, and I keep removing those groups, deleting those WhatsApp messages. Every day in the morning, I delete those WhatsApp messages. And I am happy not to read, not to participate, not to get that information which will trigger, listen to me, which will trigger a negative thought. Which will trigger a negative thought. So, जिस रास्ते जाना नहीं, उस रास्ते के बारे में बात क्यों करनी? Why talk about Pune if I have not to go to Pune? Colonel Venu, keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, and stay at home. And choose your destiny, choose your destination. Further, destiny to destination. 1 day, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 180 days, 1 year. This habit will take you only further and further to reach your Mount Everest.
Yeah.
And if there are situations which you challenge your mind, are unable to make a decision. You heard what I said?
Yeah.
When you challenge your mind and are unable to take a decision and then you procrastinate, stop. Leave it. Do not give energy at that moment. I will share with you the process of allowing, letting it come and letting it go. Because you store, it creates a problem.
Yeah.
Allow, do not approve, but allow. Allow that thought to come. Allow that thought to stay for 10, 20, 30 seconds. And say, now you may leave. You know what I said earlier? It's a process. And this mind needs to move to that process. You remember the wheel? Let it be. Certain things you let it be. But your behavior in the next 90 days, once it goes up, that let it be will also disappear. You remember when I said where focus goes, energy flows. And I know that thought will come again after 15 minutes because you didn't take a decision. Come, go. And also, if there is some trouble, allocate time. Leave me now, come tomorrow 8 a.m. You heard what I said? That negative thought, if it is coming in, let it come. Say, come tomorrow 8 a.m., I will deal with you. What happens? You allowed it to move out of your now. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're in control of your mind, you are in control of your time. These two beautiful words. When you are in control of your mind, you are in control of your time, you are in control of every action and every result. Amit, are you appreciating the process? This process is moving from receiving to letting go.
Yes.
Because you can't slap it there and let it go, it comes back. It's more powerful. When it's more powerful, because you don't have resistance to stop it now. Your mind is not tuned to that resistance. You can't make a decision because that's so powerful. It's coming into you. And that will come from your nears and dears. You understand? The closer you have people, it comes from there. You listen and say, we will deal with it tomorrow for 5 minutes at 8 a.m. What did you do? You respected that thought. Okay? And you allocated resources to that thought. So what did you do? You did not spoil your relationship. आप मेरी बात सुनते ही नहीं हो. You always say, do it tomorrow. No, 8 o'clock tomorrow, I will speak to you. So that you dilute that. And when you give attention and focus, you dissolve it. And stay calm. I will teach you sometime why temperatures go up and why temperatures come down. It's that moment of heat that both of you position yourself. तो मुझे जानता नहीं मैं कौन हूं. And each one of you wants to show. What comes in? Ego. I'm saying something happening in my XCOM in that. And I've been sharing with my friend. What is it that they are looking forward to? What do they want to prove? That they are better than? How does it matter to me? Am I sharing my property with them? Am I sharing my cash with them? Why do people take positions in life? So we'll talk about that one day. You know, these situations are one thing which you need to address in life. Ashish, if you manage your situations through managing your mind, life is too good. It is just that you become abrupt. And you say, मैं तेरा बाप लगता हूं. So what? You see, you don't need to say that. Listen, respect, you will discuss it, and you dissolve the issue. Always allocate time for such thoughts which you don't need to deal now. Remember this. We'll talk more. There's so much to give because I need to do situations which come into your day-to-day. And how do you deal with them and progress in the journey of resetting your mindset. So I'm happy, and I have booked my call with Ashish for tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock, and Amit day after 11 o'clock. I'm right? India time, huh, Amit? Amit,
Yes.
are you listening? Yeah, India time. And this same ID will work, and I will permit you to enter. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So, Sandeep, anything else? Or we thank everybody and take leave and bless them, and you keep sharing with them information, and we will keep having them first Friday. Then I want we do a Friday evening Facebook Live, 8 p.m. and have them in the room on StreamYard. All right? And we listen to their stories and share this story, and we keep doing it. Maybe we could have 2 people, 3 people, 5 minutes each, sharing their story of week on week how we grew. Am I right? So let's program it, put it in your diary, we'll discuss it, and let the show move on. Create a Facebook page, call them in, share your wealth of wisdom in that, and let people who participate make it a closed group separately and a public group separately. Let people join you. Let's take off our dream and let people know that we have a dream team shaping up, and this team is going to grow globally.
Wonderful. And I'm sure when you dream big, you do big. And for all those who still feel the challenge, well, as Robin Sharma says, every change is hard in the start, messy in the middle, but gorgeous in the end. And I'm sure resetting our mindset was hard in the start. It might still be messy in the middle. But for all of us, there's a lots more coming our way. The wonderful future we are going to create with the gorgeous mindset we have been blessed with. And yet, still untapped, so limited that the room for growth and the potential for possibilities is never ending. Well, the show ends tonight. Our association continues, and we will look forward to catch up soon And until then, as our favorite legendary Bollywood mega superstar, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan says, good night, Shubh Ratri, Shabba Khair, and do take very good care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Thank you. Bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.